Hello folks, welcome to Corner Chat. Today I'm here with a couple of my favorite people in board gaming. I have Mike Fitzgerald and Dan King, the Game Boy Geek. Woo-hoo. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, glad to be on Corner Chat.
Yeah, it's so good to have you guys here.
Absolutely.
You know, this week we're talking about how Bazaar, and we're going to focus on bartering and shady deals in games. So, you know, for me, one of the ones that tops it off is Sheriff of Nottingham, because you can do both in that game. There's some great give and take. How about you guys? What are some of your favorites?
Well, I've won. This is not my favorite genre of game.
Right.
So for me, and I'm not sure why, but
It's probably because you're terrible at negotiating.
I am. That's probably it. And I grew up playing very, thinky kind of tactical, abstract games. And over the years, I love theme now in games. But I will play these games because they're fun. Mm-hmm. And when you get the right. I think the key for a lot of these games is the right group.
Definitely.
And I think a lot of the time I didn't have the right group. We try them and they just sort of lay flat if you don't, right?
Yep.
But certainly for me, Kozma Encounter, I don't know. There's never been anything better.
Right. It's fantastic
for me because you could have multiple people win. One guy wins. There's always this beautiful kind of I'm going to do this in and out, or we're going and you're the friend of somebody one turn, the next turn you're beating them up, and so all that stuff. That's the one for me.
Oh, very cool. I mean.
Well, growing up, obviously, like most of us, probably played a lot of Monopoly, and so that started. I'm going somewhere. This is the baseline. So that's what started me loving negotiations in games. Okay, so you take that negotiation that's in Monopoly, and you apply. This is bartering, and I take that to Lords of Vegas, which is very similar in the fact that you're negotiating for pretty much kind of anything: money, property, where you're going. You're trying to make your monopolized spot on the board bigger.
Okay.
And so a lot of times, if people say they like Monopoly, but they like the negotiation aspect, this would be a game I would get them into because it has that free negotiation.
Yeah, totally.
So for straight bartering, Lords of Vegas is my favorite. For shady deals, one that I've been playing a lot lately is Tammany Hall. And this is one that, man, talk about shady. I mean, if you're not putting a knife in someone's throat, you're going to lose this game.
Yeah, totally.
And it's all about, you're going to do this, and you flip it over, and you've totally screwed them out. And so that's one of my favorite shady deal games.
Awesome. So how much does theme play into it for you guys?
For me, 100%. I mean, I can't imagine playing, especially this kind of game, without being able to almost role play, right? I mean, like you mentioned, the Sheriff of Nottingham. I mean, you're lying. You're lying all the time.
Yes,
I mean, so for someone like me, I at least want to have an excuse. So I'm putting myself in a character, and the game really does that well. So any of these games, for me, 100% theme. It's got to be there.
Are there themes that work better for you than others?
I mean, the gangster with shady deals. The gangster stuff is always there.
Gangster, an alien race like in Kozma Encounter is not bad either because you can say, well, it's alien. This is just the way I am.
How about you? Any others?
No, but for the theme aspect, for me, I like to have it in there, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, Tammany Hall, hey, why are you stealing all the Italians? Or, like we get to that thing, totally. Start talking like Lucky Charms if you're taking all the Irish guys.
Exactly.
All right, so are there some mechanics you feel like work better than others or don't work at all?
We discussed this.
We were discussing this. Yeah, the mechanics are interesting because. Like worker placement. I don't know about worker placement in this kind of game, right? Somebody's going to do it, I'm sure. They'll figure it out. But the one that Dan mentioned, and he's right, and I wasn't thinking about it the same one, was area control.
Oh, yeah.
And both the games I mentioned were area control because you got to be sneaky.
Yes.
You can't just, you could go head to head, but you really win those games by being sneaky. And you mentioned, so Tammany Hall and the ones I mentioned, Tammany Hall and Lords of Vegas, you've got to be really sneaky in the way that you're doing the deals. But
Kozma Encounter is area control. I mean, it's having more than the other guy at that time. It's a little battle.
And you even mentioned El Grande. It's not even bartering and trading, but it's area control with sneakiness.
Yes, because you're seeing the cards that people can get, and so there's a lot of that. I'm going to switch them. I'm going to get him in that kind of way. So I think that's the best one we can come up with. I think.
And maybe a general set collection where you're not knowing what someone is getting. You're trying to trick them. I don't have this many of this.
That works well in
that works well as well. Yeah, totally. All right, so like you mentioned, Kozma Encounter is one of my favorites as well. We've got some amazing gaming moments around that. Do you guys have any fun gaming moments to share around that theme?
around the
Shady
Deal. Oh my
gosh. Well, I do. It's how many times I have been taken.
Yeah.
You know, how many times somebody has set me up and just taken it. And I'll be thinking, oh, I got it now. I got to figure it out. We go over here, we do this. He's not going to do that. Oh my God.
Yeah, so we play with the same people these shady games all the time, and so you get to know, and it's this meta thing where I know you're going to do this. You've done this all the time. You do this all the time. So we used to just. We'd make deals and we'd wait till the right moment to screw them and take it over. But we all know we're going to do that now.
Right.
So now we do it on the first turn. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Now, so now it's like it started at the end of the game, and every time we play the game, we're screwing each other over right off the bat now.
That's
right. Awesome. That's fantastic. Well, you know, we happen to be at a unique gaming convention this week, right? You guys have been here all week. The Rocky Mountain Gaming Vacation.
Yeah.
So let's finish this off by just giving folks a glimpse into what the convention is like.
This has been the most unique experience I've ever been to. I said earlier this week that every time I go to a convention, I come home exhausted, and I feel like this is the first gaming event I'll ever go to that I don't feel like I have to take a vacation from a vacation.
Exactly. I mean, this most unique thing I've ever been to, it goes instantly to the number one spot for me because of this balance that goes on. We go out and we do some fun things. Our wives are with us, so we're having a great time there too. We're getting them to game a little bit, and we're going out with fun things they want to do. But Dan's right. You don't, when you're at a big convention, it's great. You're gaming all day and night, but the fatigue really sets in faster, I think, because it's just your mind is always working, and by the third day, I'm just like, oh my God, I need a week off. But with this one, you're energized every day because you're doing a balance of things.
Right.
The staff here is incredible. They'll help. You know, they come and set up games for you. They teach you the games. They find opponents, find other players. They help you with the outside stuff. It's very unique. You know, it's a small, wonderful convention.
Because you know, a lot of times setting up big games at conventions is like a barrier.
It takes a long time.
So you're out doing a hike or whitewater rafting, and you text and you say, "Hey, I want to play Eclipse when I get back." And you get back, and it's set up for you. And
it's awesome.
It's amazing. These guys really work hard to make our experience great. So
and you've been here all week, and I came in just the tail end of the week, and I can already tell this could be easily one of my favorite conventions.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
And for those of you that are gamers that have spouses or friends that aren't real gamers, this is the first gaming event I've ever brought my wife to, and we're having a blast.
Yeah, right.
And she's come down and played some games, but she, you know, we go out and do stuff together during the day, and then you know, we can game at night. So
it's a beautiful spot, you know, Breckenridge, Colorado. Weather's great, beautiful.
Fantastic,
spot. Unbelievable.
All right, well, guys, thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate it. And folks, thanks for joining us as well. And until next time, we'll see you at the table.